Hello YouTube, good morning. Here we are. Well, we have ourselves the wonderful minus 35 Celsius morning. A beautiful day for our Canadian winter. Great day to be out doing snowshoeing or other Canadian activities. And yeah, welcome to our vlog. So, here we go. Well, of course, pretty much the day after the big road trips, got on home here and well, started the upload and started the editing of the road footage, trying to get things pre-edited up because, well, I'd like to share the footage with you guys. However, I'm pretty sure y'all wouldn't want a 6-hour vlog, so of course I got to edit it and render it on down, speed up parts, and we'll take out parts that are just redundant kind of a deal, and get her down to probably 45 minutes or so, and then put her up to the YouTubes. So that'll probably take me 2 or 3 days in total, between 2 or 3 days to get them well, all done, because with the editing software the way it is, I can't take too big of a bite when it comes down to you know, rendering things and editing things. I got to take smaller bites and split up the 6 hours into smaller portions and speed up the each individual section, if you want to say. And then by the time it gets down, you render it all together, then give her one final adjustment, and then by then you should be down to about the time you are looking for, and then it should all be good. That's providing the editing software works with you and you don't want to bang your head on your keyboard, but sometimes that happens and it's the way it is. So of course I checked online to see the progress of the package that I was being sent from Australia, and I believe the last time I gave an update on it, it was down in like Cincinnati. Well, it obviously must have been coming by plane, because there is no record of it being in Toronto or, you know, Montreal or anywhere. So it went straight from Cincinnati straight to Edmonton. So, and then in Edmonton, for some odd reason, it sat around for 3 or 4 days, says delivery on hold. So I'm not 100% sure if there was a customs problem or if there was a problem, because my shipper didn't know anything about it. It said everything was still good. They didn't get any notification saying there was a delay or anything, and the company, when I called them, the shipping company, gave them the number, the shipping number, or waybill number, however they called it. Well, they were like banging your head on a brick wall. That's what happens when you're too large of a company. You have no idea what's really going on unless it's a huge, you know, problem, right? So it stalled. It sat there for 3 days in Edmonton, and finally I checked the tracking last night, late last night, and it said it left the Edmonton warehouse. So I'm gonna assume that it's headed my way, probably today sometime. However, you know, it could be on a plane, you know, heading back to Cincinnati for all we know. I guess, well, it is what it is, right? If obviously it's had a problem and gone back to Cincinnati, then I'll probably copy and paste the page to the shipper and see what's the what, you know, and if there's a problem, well, I'll get them to send me my money back, and we'll do whatever, a PayPal thing, and get it squared away from there. It's kind of one of them things that was a bit of an impulse buy, but at the same time, it's a step forward to the goal for hopefully the summer, which may or may not happen. But I guess they will be there when and if the time comes this time next year. I don't know, you guys have probably figured it out by now. I'm the kind of guy that sometimes overthinks things a little bit too much. Sometimes I put too much thought into things rather than letting them be and unfold the way they're supposed to be. I tend to analyze them and try to think out multiple possible outcomes, how they could go or how they should go, and how to help things to go the way that they should go. And sometimes they work out and sometimes they don't. And I've tried to do things to get things to work a certain way, and sometimes it just plain doesn't. Then at the same time, if I don't try, then they go bad, right? So when I try to do it, it works sometimes, and when I don't try to do it, then that's usually when there's problems. So unfortunately, when you're ordering a package from Australia, that's a long way to come for a package. It passed through a lot of places, a lot of stops, a lot of hands, if you want to say. A lot of damage could be done, or a lot of issues could have brought up, you know. And you never know, maybe the kangaroo died on the journey and they had to hold it for veterinarian checks. That's one of the things I'm going to have to do when it gets here, is build a pen and obviously get a heat lamp, because you know, it's not going to survive the cold, right? Us Canadian climate might be a little bit chilly. So anybody know how to make a sweater for a kangaroo? Or even what it eats? I'm assuming twigs and leaves. So of course, once that package arrives, I'll probably do the normal unboxing video. Obviously making sure that it survived the journey, and maybe I'll drop a line to the shipper saying I received it and all that, and nothing's broke, it looks okay. And as for the part 2 of the video, I may have to wait a couple of weeks before I get the install done. And if I have to, I suppose I could pay it done. However, I was kind of looking forward to making a couple of YouTube videos on the whole process, just to share with the internet, because right now my video would be the only one out there, because there just isn't. But pretty much, guys, we got ourselves a beautiful morning here. We're going to go back inside, wait for the shipment to arrive, and then see where the day goes from there. Here we are, a little bit of evening update. Well, of course, the day was an okay day. Kind of watched a little bit of PVR shows, fired up the old Netflix. Kind of got watching another TV series again. My package, of course, like I said, I was tracking it, and it said that it had arrived back in Edmonton, and I was kind of wondering, you know, what was going on, right? If it was going to be redirected or what. But a little bit later, I end up getting a text message and an email from the company saying that it would be out for delivery today between the hours of 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. And I'm like, really? 12 hours? You know, they couldn't narrow it down a little bit, but I suppose. I imagine mine's not the only package on the truck, and I guess it is what it is. So I kind of just stayed close to home, didn't film any videos or go anywhere. And, well, pretty much there was a knock on the door, and the package arrived, which was, well, great. The box doesn't really look too bad, worse for wear, considering how many miles it traveled. And, well, it's got that interesting freight smell. Anybody who's ever dealt with cargo or freight knows that smell. And I forgot kind of what that smell was until I smelt it, because when I used to deliver freight, no, that's what I remember, right? So, of course, got the item. I'm going to have to, well, do an unboxing video of it. One, just to show what's to be sort of expected. And two, if there is any damage, we can have it on record before, well, too much time passes. All in all, of course, they look like they're going to be okay. There wasn't a lot of pictures at all online of certain measurements and certain aspects of the items, so I'll probably do a semi-detailed unboxing with, said stuff, just to have it out there, so if anybody else wants to, it is a reference point. I know maybe the model design might change, so I really can't guarantee those measurements, but for right now, this is what they are, and I know there's other people out there that are looking for the same thing, so as a guide, they might find it interesting. All in all, of course, guys, the day's been a good day so far. When you receive a package that you paid that price for, that's coming that distance, that you really don't have any control over until it gets here, you kind of wonder if and everything's okay, and then when it does, it's kind of like, well, great, right? But you guessed her, gonna go back inside, see what's the what, and we'll probably see y'all when it's dark. We come to the end of another day. Well, a little bit of a semi-quiet day in terms of actually getting anything done, but at the same time, it's hard to get anything done when you're waiting for a package to arrive, because sure enough, if you step away from the door, then well, that's when the moment it'll arrive at, and then you won't be here or won't hear the door, and then how that all works out. Well, was kind of wanting to film a couple of videos today, but I guess that's what's always tomorrow's for. They're not really pressing yet to have them filmed, but it's always good to be ahead by a video or 3, and then if works out, then it's all good, right? Well, it depends on how things end up working out the way they're supposed to work out. Then I may have to wait to install the item that I ordered in. If they work out the way, if it doesn't work out, then maybe I'll push them through in the next couple of days. We'll have to see how the weather works, without having a shop and without having space. You're kind of limited to doing it in your driveway, and it's kind of one of those things you want to make sure that everything is warm before you start grabbing and pulling and reefing and twisting on her, because you don't need to be breaking anything while you're at her, right? Well, of course, got the pre-edit on the Saskatoon footage done, as well as the pre-edit on the Edmonton footage done today. Kind of while I was waiting for the package to arrive, and as much as Pinnacle 14 is slow, it's a tank. It's very dependable. It always renders up the footage that I throw through it on the first try, where the other versions of Pinnacle either freeze or fail or don't do a proper job. So I don't know what they changed when they redesigned the software for, I believe it was 16 from the 14 platform. But whatever they did, they need to change it on back, because these newer versions don't work nearly the same as the older versions. That being said, the older versions don't nearly have as much effects and transitions and titles that the newer versions do. So it's kind of a 22, right? What do you do? I find I gotta use 2 and sometimes 3 editing softwares to get the videos that I want done, because the other ones won't work, and then you end up having to fire up another one to process or get these videos rendered up into their final form. Well, like I said, guys, today was a little bit of a quieter type of day. Didn't get much done, but got that package, which was a good thing. I have to see how things unfold, how things shape on up, and then, well, hopefully we can get those things on for the warmer weather. And, well, remember, we do have a post office box for fan mails and such. The address is down below. Send me a letter, send me a decal, send me all that good stuff. And around we go. And as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's Vlogs. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.